Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Let's start first by giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Arakakbodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. And greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect. Shalom unto you. I'm your brother Shaquan from the Las Vegas Church, and just want to bring this out real quick. It'll be very quick and to the point. It shall feature some news articles and whatnot, but I'm gonna basically hit a couple of these news articles, starting with this one as a headline. And basically, this headline is from Fox2Now.com. Yeah, it says police exodus. Okay, officers leaving St. Louis Metro Police Department in droves. Why? All right, and then I'll hit the few precepts. Matter of fact, I'll hit the precepts first. Start with Second Esdras, chapter 16. Chapter 15, starting verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. The killing instrument. Okay, the modern day killing instrument or sword is the gun, missile, bullet, and other weapons of destruction. Draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. Okay, big gun buying time in America. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Those are in power and power positions. They're looking at how the government officials aren't getting sick, but the rest of the population is. Okay, and they're old and whatever else, right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay? Martial law. Or because, militias have occupied the city. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods for lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay? So you have to understand these things are coming in these last days, particularly to America and other parts of the world. But they're coming to a city near you. Okay? And what are you going to do when this happens? Because there won't be a police force on duty. There's a police exodus happening. People don't want to deal with what's going on. One of the videos I saw, I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm not sure where it's at, but there was a police officer saying, "Hey, I'm not dealing with this." They had the Draco hanging out the window. Jake had the Draco hanging out the window. Like, man, I got to deal with this and still try to make it home at night. I'm not trying to get in a firefight with that thing. Okay, and this is what's going on. Jake has all these military grade weapons. Okay, that just seem to get dropped off in certain neighborhoods. They're trying to defund the police. These liberals are trying to defund the police. Okay, so what do you think this is going to lead to? Plus, if you're a government worker, you have to drink the Kool-Aid. Okay, you have to drink the Kool-Aid to be able to maneuver in these last days. So to be on the police force, if you're forced into being a government agent, if you're forced to drink the Kool-Aid and you don't really have belief that you want to do that, hey, what are you going to do? You're going to quit and retire. So I'll play this video. This was just the first one that popped up. Then I'll go to some articles, maybe click on a couple and close out with one more script unless something through the Spirit comes to me.
St. Louis police officers are leaving the department in big numbers. Fox 2's Andy Banker is live with why. Andy?
As Sandy, new statistics show that the rate of officers leaving is nearly double as what it's been in the past couple of years, with a critical shortage now among police dispatchers, whose starting pay is less than $15 an hour. After our report in May about a St. Louis triple shooting witness giving up on 911 after being on hold for about 30 minutes, the head of the Police Officers Association says the dispatcher shortage has gotten worse, with vacancies climbing from about 25% to nearly 40%.
Bodies in the street.
Okay. Wow, he's grabbing that. Let me see if I can get that video to pop up or the image to pop up. Okay, and in this movie with Halle Berry, it was a very good movie actually, called The Call. It shows the stress that a 911 dispatcher goes through. Okay, and for $15 or less than $15 an hour, it's not really worth it. No, you're not in the same danger, but it's not really worth it, man. There's other people are making more on OnlyFans. Okay, women are making more on there, making YouTube videos. Okay, for a whole lot less stress.
Whose starting pay is less than $15 an hour. After our report in May about a St. Louis triple shooting witness giving up on 911 after being on hold for about 30 minutes.
Of course, I can't get a good.
The head of the Police Officers Association says the dispatcher shortage has gotten worse, with vacancies climbing from about 25% to nearly 40%.
Bodies in the street, nobody answering 911 calls, a completely demoralized police department,
They're overwhelmed.
and nobody has any urgency.
He says 92 commissioned staff left the department for all of 2019, 95 for all of 2020. St. Louis police confirmed 92 have already left in less than the first 7 months of 2021. Rorta says 58 new officers will graduate from the academy in August, but the class after that is down to just 11, in spite of the city's aggressive social media campaign for more
They've been pushing. Want you Jake to join. Yep. And there's
recruits. But the president of the Ethical Society of Police, which represents mostly minority officers in both the city and county, says morale among
the morale of the minority is funny. Is you Jakes, man, are waking the hell up, man, on something afoot. That you got to take the jab, you got to.
The officers is plummeting, mostly over pay.
It is the morale, but a lot of it is just these officers are coming, the younger officers.
Come on.
Officers are coming, they're getting training from our agency, and then they're going to other agencies. We're almost becoming more of a breeding ground.
The Police Officers Association reports starting salaries for city officers are still below $50,000 a year, more than $4,000 below county police. City salaries are more than $8,000 below county police in average pay across the board.
For we're losing people who are just hanging it up and hoping they can get a job somewhere.
Yeah, people are working at department stores, man, in managerial positions with less danger and responsibility.
Well, because they're sicker than not.
Than dealing with the as a dispatcher of the police or working for the city. The city had all these benefits and jobs and all of that. Used to be all right. There's not enough pay now. So we're going to leave out of that. It's enough of that. Okay. Different staff. Yeah, this one has a different ideas of why. 3 weeks ago, Asheville police battling exodus of officers, poor morale. I'm telling you, Jake hanging out with that chopper, man. That Draco, man, ready to spray and lay it down. They got the FUCK-12, out there from the riots and the shootings. People ain't forgot that. That's still on Jake's spirit out there. Okay. All right. Let's see. Lightfoot. Let's see. Go back. See what they got on this one. Yeah, but people are leaving, man. It's not just St. Louis, though. Seattle. Look, Seattle. 260 Seattle cops leave force following defund the police. That was in May. April, many police departments seen mass exodus of cops. Okay, that's a YouTube video. Historic police exodus in cities most impacted by, see what that says, racial injustice, unrest, new data shows. Okay. Benefits, retired at high, yeah, this was the one I saw. Las Vegas police were retiring at a, oh, was that in the news? Let me see if I can find that. They're retiring at an alarming rate. They just don't want to do it no more. People just don't want to go out and fight this fight. So with there no officers or low amount of officers on the streets, what is going to become? Like old Detroit from the movie RoboCop. Okay? Or, in more recent times, The Purge. Okay? This is the Las Vegas Review-Journal. The Metropolitan Police Department saw a 37% increase in retirements in 2020, but the agency and the officers' union said the rise isn't linked to ongoing push for police reforms in Nevada and across the nation. Let's see, going through it. 163. There were 223 last in filed for retirement in 2020. And the department had 163 in 2019. 100. Come on, man. Yeah. 163 retirements in 2019. 167 in 2018. 146 in 2017. Okay. Plus the retirements. Okay. Turmoil. Okay. On the force, let's see. All right, and that was March of 2021. Talking about the yeah, and I would retire too. Police exodus. This city just had an entire squad. Okay, that's a YouTube video. Liberal city. Look, police exodus. Officers leave liberal cities, man. They're the worst cities out there. Outnumbered. Panel reacts to mass exodus of police. Okay. April 2021. People are bouncing, man. Mass police exodus. Okay, I got one from the Washington Post. And I'll close out with a script after this one. But you can do more research. I couldn't find the exact article that sparked this this video, because there's so much information coming out, man. I mean, these are clearly the last days. It says knowledge shall be increased in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, man. And this is true, man. There's so much info, you can't keep up with everything. You almost have to focus on one thing and stick with it, but there's so much of it to digest and try to make sense of, man. I see why the masses are confused about what's going on and what they should do, especially with the media pushing its witchcraft out there. Anyway, Washington Post says many police officers spurn Kool-Aid drinking as department holds off mandates. Okay, they haven't been mandated there yet. Something. This was earlier this year. This was in let's see if we can find the year. May. Well, a lot of places have been mandated. The government agencies are mandating now. The president, number 46, is trying to mandate everything, man. Where everybody has to be up under that. It said police officers were among the first frontline workers to gain priority with access to the Kool-Aid, but their Kool-Aid drinking rates are lower than or about the same as those of the general public, according to data made available by some of the nation's largest law enforcement agencies. Reluctance of police to get shots of Kool-Aid threaten not just their own health, but also the safety of people they're responsible for guarding, monitoring, and patrolling, experts say. It's crazy, man. Monitoring and anyway, it says at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, just 39% of employees have gotten at least one dose. Officials said, compared to more than 50% of eligible adults nationwide. In Atlanta, 36% of sworn officers have been Kool-Aid drunk. And a mere 28% of those employed by the Columbus Division Police, Ohio's largest police department, having received just one dose. Okay? It's an unacceptable. I think it's unacceptable, said the head of Las Vegas Police Department, Clark County, Mr. Joe Lombardo, said of the meager demand for the shots within the force. Okay, they want to push this. Okay, hey man, the stress of this and then the unsurety of this, man, nobody wants to take this thing. Okay, you can continue reading more on this now that more, what can I say, drunken episodes, if you will, have been coming out. People are even more reluctant. It might have been a TikTok I was watching. Have been even more reluctant to drink this thing, man. Okay, because you people don't realize, government, big government, is really the elites that run the government that are behind this thing. But these low-level local government, man, they're subject to it just like the rest of you people are. They have to make a decision on how they're gonna feed their children and live their lives and sustain their livelihoods. Okay? They still have to see if they want their kids to take it or not, to drink it or not, or whatever. Okay? All right? So let me go to one more. All right, Revelation 12:12. Classic. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein." Dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. And he has to hurry up and force this upon you and mandate this upon you before you wake the hell up, man. You know, your brain waves are on delta level, man. Okay? That's a Greek energy field or energy wave level that your brain is operating on when you're at resting, when you're asleep. Okay? So they have to hurry up before you people completely wake up. The elect are woke and seeing this thing. The rest of you people, they have to get as many of you squared away as they can so they don't have to deal with, they can just cut the 5G on them and not deal with you no more. Okay? And have that do what they needed to do. But the rest of us out there and aren't taking this, man, they know it's only so much time. But they got to get this injected into the people. Okay, that's what they're looking to do. Okay? So understand, we have but a short time, and what this lawlessness is going to be from what I read in Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, when no one's taking it, man. When it's lawlessness and you have to choose that there's no police to save you, you know, and everybody's out and homeless on the street trying to figure it out and strong arming, and they have the power to fight and hold down the house that they've paid for 24 of the 30-year mortgage on, and now all of a sudden they're getting thrust out because their government job forced them into doing something that they don't want to do, or the pay is low, or the stress is too high, and they don't want to do it no more. Okay, plenty of reasons why this police force is coming off the streets. So what's it going to do? It's going to mandate and have the president sign into an executive order to bring in the UN troops, man. As we've been telling you, martial law. And it's a form of medical martial law. Okay? These things are coming, man. All right? So, anyway, with that, I want to close out giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Al-Kakodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect. To the next one. Shalom.